Welcome back. This is Jim with the Pickled Punks.
I didn't understand the role that the timekeepers played either.
Really like the cops.
But cops are meant to enforce law and order and obedience to laws that we all agree obeying will hold society together. What are these cops protecting? What order are they enforcing?
So they're enforcing time. They're trying to eliminate time theft. So if I am in a time-based, well, let's just say, for instance, we're in a money-based economy. Police are trying to prevent people from robbing you. So their whole purpose is just to prevent people from taking other people's time.
Well, the police in actual reality do more than just arrest thieves. They arrest robbers and rapists and murderers.
Yeah, well, these guys are just timekeepers.
So are there cops in addition to the timekeepers?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the movie painted a very small slice of what the society could look like, and they focused in on the time thing. But the other strange that I thought about that, especially when it comes to criminalizing something and putting someone in jail, is that if I only have an hour left to live and I can do a crime and then stay in jail for the rest of my life, and I'm given food and basic comfort, then I'm more motivated to go murder someone because I only have I got 5 minutes left. Oh shit, I got to kill somebody so I can get in jail, because if not, I'm going to be dead.
Good call. Time crimes.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's sort of the idea, is that if you just regulate time, then all the other crime sort of goes away. But I mean, obviously, it's not going to be true.
I think the time cops made a point that they gave Will Salas 2 hours for processing. I think essentially implying that he would die in jail. Like, they would give him enough time to get in jail, but not enough time to sort it out and go to trial and stuff like that. Like, he would just end up being dead in jail.
Yeah.
So
remember that part, Brian?
You do.
Yeah, I thought about that as well, because I didn't know once they got him in jail, they'd give him his time back. But if time is a resource that is not static. Like, if I have $10, I'll have $10 today. I'll have it tomorrow. And if I rob a bank and I have $1 million, then that $1 million will still be just as good as it is today as it is tomorrow.
Well,
but with time,
slightly different.
You've lost. Well, that's true,
but not the same as time.
Yeah, you've lost the time. So if I rob someone of a year of time and it takes a year to go to trial, and I'm just sitting there burning it up, and they're like, "Oh, that's not your time to have." It's like, "Oh, I already burned it up." So
now you're in the negative.
So this movie is making some kind of critique of capitalism. Would you agree?
I would agree with that, yeah.
But I had a problem with that critique, because if you...
Oh, I fooled you. I mean... Made you agree to something he doesn't agree to.
I mean, the capitalist system is can certainly be viewed as exploitative, and the wealthy get more wealthy and the poor, generationally speaking, stay poor. But if you're thinking about prices, like the price of cars, for example... unless there's active collusion among car manufacturers, which is illegal, there's competition between Ford and Chevy and Toyota, and that competitive aspect of the free market, which increases quality while lowering prices to the most reasonable, economically sustainable level. That aspect of capitalism wasn't really explored in the movie. Like, the movie is just kind of rich guys in their time zone pulling levers to squeeze one more drop of time out of the poor.
Yeah, I think it was focused on the uber rich part of capitalism. Like, people just having more than they need or can use.
I see your point, Brian. I mean, I would say that it's kind of a bit two-dimensional, the movie. It doesn't give enough context to all these different concerns. I think that the parallel I could see which would be with CEOs that get paid an incredible amount of money and then have the ability to suppress wages of those who aren't able to get better jobs. But there's no efficiencies. I think that's what you're speaking to, is the efficiencies of the market, so that if somehow they could make earning time more efficient. Or not.
Just let him think about it for a minute.
Because I mean, I see what you're saying. Because it's like, okay, so instead of getting paid time, I'm getting paid money. So if there's efficiencies in the market, my dollar goes further. But you can't make any more efficiencies with time. It's a slow and predictable rate of time passage. So the only thing that you could make more efficient is your ability to earn more time. And you can't do that unless you get a better job. So it has the parallel is halfway there, but not totally there.
There's also inflation. Like money, $1 has value today that will be different to the value of $1 10 years from now. But the time that you have left alive is a finite, discrete unit. It doesn't change in value to you. So I just, if this movie's going to say something about capitalism or about society or about the rich, it needs to do so in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can't be an exact parallel, but they were parallel ideas.
I didn't think so.
You introduced the idea.
And then I said I was trying to.
So you don't see any parallels between the idea of the timepiece and capitalism.
I can see this guy's holding up and saying, your quest for money is wasting your life. Like, I understand that he's holding up those two things and saying, hey, look, these are the same thing. But I'm just talking about the mechanics of the movie. If someone stops for a second and goes past takes one thought further, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what it told me is that if you want to be rich, you should go into the button making business because it's booming.
Only with the rich people, though.
Oh, right. Good point. Well, even the thug guy in what's the poor town?
That's because buttons say money. Like the dress that Justin Timberlake's girlfriend was wearing when she first showed up. There's buttons all over it. They weren't even functional buttons.
Yeah,
and I love how everyone in New Greenwich physically moves more slowly.
Right.
That's how that's how the timekeeper can tell.
It's a habit that dies hard, Brian.
And all the poor are able to run at great.
I know they even like how you have like a suit jacket. Even the suit jackets had zippers because they would be faster to zip up.
Yeah, that's how Justin Timberlake knew at the end of the movie. He was like, "You're from here because you know how to run," and he was like, "Yeah, I am."
Endurance.